Yo, it's the Rogue Soul Podcast, man.
Row.
Yo, these burnt.
Come on,
Yeah,
y'all,
hey,
Rogie, y'all. Come on,
you
let's
know how
start
we
it up.
always
Get your
start with the
cups out.
Rogie, man. Let's get to it. Listen, special guest today as well.
Yes, special guest.
We gonna introduce it after we take this Rogie. Let's get to it,
All
y'all.
right. Wow. VSOP.
Got my wine. I got my wine, you know.
Okay.
Go ahead and introduce.
So go ahead, Lauren. Introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, I'm Lauren. I'm also known as the real estate baddie. Been in real estate for about like 5 years now, so I'm happy to be on the show.
Yes, we are glad to have you.
Yes, sir. But how everybody feeling though, man? I ain't asked that though.
I'm all right. How are you, sir?
You know, another day.
Another day.
I'm good. I'm kind of tired. I got
that.
off work a little early. I got off work a little early, so.
You got to work early?
Mm-hmm.
Must be nice. I got off later.
Yeah, it's flexible. It's really flexible. Like I work remote and everything, so that's how I'm able to do it with real estate.
So yeah, let's talk about that, right? Because real estate takes a lot of time, as well as like a job, of course. And you said like you working remote, but how you find that balance?
So the balance, I would say like my time management is everything. Because when I first started this job in March, it was so hard because I was showing houses after like 5 p.m. I could only show after 5, and I had to work with clients that were also 9 to 5 because then I could correlate our schedules and stuff like that. So I feel like I had to kind of like double back on having less clients. So I only take 3 clients a month. And so now I'm able to really just balance my lifestyle because I was doing too much and I was burning myself out, like really taking on more than I could handle. So that's how I got it now. Like I got the hang of it.
That's smart. And
how'd you even get started in real estate though? Like, you're not that old. People think you got to be a certain age, to get started. So like, where's the how did you get involved into that?
Yeah, so I really got involved because my mom has been in real estate since 2003. So I've seen her do it. I'm like, okay, whatever. I was never really interested until I got to Hampton. And when I got to Hampton, I was like, okay, how do I set myself apart? Like, how do I make myself different in this sea of, bomb successful Black people? Like, I really wanted to just do something that set me apart. So when I got to Hampton my freshman year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and get my real estate license. And you only have to be 18 to get your real estate license. So at that summer, my freshman year, I got my real estate license, and then that was that. And I fell in love with educating the community about it. And of course, like you said, I was very young. Like I was the youngest in my office. I was the youngest on my team. And I just had to overcome that challenge of like really just being confident. Like I don't know everything. I was here to learn. And I feel like having a mentor like my mom and having a mentor in the office, it really helped me gain my confidence and be like, I can do this the same way a 50-year-old can, because the average age is 52 years old in real estate.
Really? Shit.
Yeah. So I was like, how do I make my impact? How do I make my impact? So that was my way, like educating the community.
So
like, go ahead, D.
Now I was just gonna say like how she's saying like working with your mom, right? Like me personally, right? I can only imagine working in like a field with my mother because in the house, you know what I'm saying? Look, mom, I know if you watching.
I say, mommy, I love you.
No, you did that, but I know you'll cause me no issues, mom. But yeah, I know you'll cause me no issues, but I know it get time where it's just like, God damn, mom, because your mother always gonna want the best for you, right? And she gonna always like, especially if it's work, gonna pest you about certain stuff or like want to see you do X and Y and Z, and it stress you out. How you feel? How you be feeling about that? Like how was y'all relationship? Work relationship is?
How do we overcome that mom-daughter relationship? That's a great question. Like I had to really establish the boundaries of like, all right, mom, like she was talking to me like I was her daughter in front of like other, real estate agents and stuff. And I was like, okay, we had to have that conversation where I'm like, mom, we gotta kind of separate those types of conversations and how we talk to people, because she's still my mom at the end of the day. So I'm going to respect her. Deference is a thing. Like I'm going to show her respect. But it's like, dang, mom, like, can you chill out? Like, I don't know what I'm doing just yet. So it was really just a conversation that had to be had. And like, at first I was like, dang, I'm working with my mom. Like, she's my boss. Like, I report to her every single day. But then I started to look at it in a different perspective of like, no one else would take me under their wing like that. Like no one else would teach me every single thing without feeling like I'm gonna steal her spot. Or, like a lot of people sometimes like they won't pass knowledge down. Like my mom does, literally, that's all she does. She teaches me every single thing, whether I like it or not. So 7 a.m. comes, my mom's talking about real estate. She's asking me about the deals that we have going on. Like, and sometimes I don't like it, because it's so much for a young person. But I was like, that's how I'm able to talk about it, like in my sleep, damn near.
Rogie, come on, everybody, pull up another shot. Come on, get it started.
You annoying, but yeah,
let's go.
And look, he trying to get his joint so
right. I'm going in. I was saying
man. I know, but that's what I'm saying. The more lick in your system, the more free you gonna speak. Wow,
Let's get to
it. Let me cheers, y'all. My bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what you doing?
Damn, I gotta pull up this damn picture. It's literally show. Somebody sent it to me. They like after every podcast, Kelvin saying the Rogie. I gotta show this shit.
Rogie.
Don't remember.
But that,
I'm about to say,
but look, this is the thing. I'll show it. Matter of fact, I'll show the picture right here when I post the video. Damn, that'll be right here. But look, don't worry about it. Another question I had though, right? Real fact, cause like G shit, you said a good point about your boss never gonna really put you underneath that wing, like how your mother is, right? I just read something and they said your boss will never help you make enough money to be their neighbor. And that's real shit. A lot of people won't ever make you have the amount of money as equal as them to equate to them. So like that advantage right there. Let's talk about that advantage, the real estate shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people they want you to pay for their time or pay for their services to help them like get into the game and shit. So how's that advantage like to you?
So like I would definitely say having that mentor like in the beginning, just off bucks, like is very helpful because of course, I had to put skin in the game. Like I had to do stuff I didn't like. I had to show houses and like do open houses and do stuff that wasn't as fun. But it's because I didn't know how to do a whole transaction. But like now, 5 years in, I can do transaction by myself. Like I can do different things.
Transactions.
Huh?
Yes, transactions. All right.
Yes. No, seriously. Like that's just how it is. Like with real estate, you really got to get that experience, that hands-on experience. And then as you build yourself up, then you can do more things. Like you just have to take your time. Like you can read as much as you want about real estate, but until you do it, like either investor or realtor or whatever, like that's when you'll get that real experience to be able to build your like reputation and stuff.
Okay. I got a question for you. So, like you said, you started at 18 while you was at Hampton. And I remember how I thought at 18, I was lit.
Hey, I'm about to say, I want to say, I ain't want to say it right there. When she said it, I want to say, look, I was trying to keep it professional, but she just threw it out there.
You just got back up.
No. You gotta do it. You gotta do the little. You gotta do the little stretch tank.
Get it back up there. All right, cool. We good. Beat it back up there. Now. Yeah, I was lit at 18. I'm about to say, how was you being lit and trying to do real estate?
How did we always lit. But it's just like I always just had that I have to do something better than what I was doing the day before or the month before or something. Like even when I got my real estate license, I was like, all right, like what do I do next? Because now I was just thinking always, how do I advance like what I got going on? And I also feel like once I got my real estate license, being around like, and it's gonna sound so weird, but being around like older people, like 50s, 40s, you just start having different conversations. So the stuff that I saw, I mean, I would just see these like huge homes, like I would see just mansions, and I would just be like, okay, like I need to be having these different conversations and having these different experiences so then I could focus up. Because like I was a freshman at Hampton, like be real HU, like I was lit.
I love how the real HU.
What's that face? No, but not for real. Like it took a lot out of me to do that, but it paid off. Like it really, really paid off in the end for me to be focused and do real estate.
So,
but I did it part-time though. Like I did it part-time at Hampton. So I was only doing stuff from my computer. Like I wasn't going back home, like showing houses. I would only do that on like winter break. Or like spring break, I'd go back home, show houses, do whatever. But when I was at school, I was just write up contracts for my mom, like stuff that I could do from Hampton and get paid.
Were you able to like still enjoy that like that college life? Because I mean, I've been up Hampton.
And, I'm about to say y'all lit.
I'm about to say when it gets lit, it gets lit. It's that you feel me? So how you can like, how did you like real life mentally be like, oh, you know what? Did you put some shit aside and be like, let me focus on this, you know?
What you sacrifice?
Yeah,
like
great thing. What did you sacrifice exactly?
I mean, honestly, y'all, I would say I I had a great experience. Like I did everything I could do. Like I never didn't go out. Like I always went out. I had a job. I had like a full-time job out there. I was like a part of all these clubs and organizations. Like honestly, I was just busy. I was just very, very busy. And people always ask me, like, how did you have time? I don't know how I had time to be a part-time real estate agent, like BP it is, president it is, like join a sorority. It just was something that I wanted to happen and I wanted it to be a part of my life. Like I started something called the HBCU real estate tour. Like I would make time, I would sacrifice my weekends sometimes and travel to other HBCUs and teach them about real estate. So when you talk about sacrifice, it would just really be my time. Like whatever day I'd want to like educate, I'd have to just chill. But after, let's say 7:30, after I'm done, I can go out. You know what I'm saying? So I would just do that. Like, and I'm very keen on, going out late, but I'll still wake up early, get my shit done. Like I never, that's just how it was.
I think that's like the whole definition of college: going to sleep late as fuck and waking.
Yeah, real live. About to say, needs you to wake up.
You like,
I
all
had
right,
morning
I
classes all the time,
man.
Yeah, depending on what class it is, like you're still gonna make it happen, So.
No, that sacrifice, that shit is real. Cause just like with engineering, right? I sacrifice a lot of my time.
Oh my
like,
God,
man, you could you can ask them. I did not see
that nigga used to be looking up like codes and shit. I was
no
like,
engineering. I took one engineering class and no.
Monday through Friday, I did not see none of my friends after classes. You straight working, straight getting to it. Weekend, you best believe I'm taking all that energy I missed out on. Weekends, we gonna turn up. But no, I don't. So, let me ask you this though, right? You said like you got like, well, not even saying, we obviously like what you told us, know that your time is very on a tight schedule. How does that affect you with like dudes? You feel me? Because let's be real, this generation, a lot of men don't like their girl even doing better than them.
Yeah.
Or like girls not showing them time. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a type nigga. My girl gotta show me some type time. Like you ain't about to just
let them
like,
know. You better tell them.
Look, PSA. They listen. You gotta show me some type of time. You feel me? Like I could respect your grind. Show me time. But how do dudes like go about it in your perspective with that?
I mean, anytime like I have a partner, it's always a thing because one thing that just doesn't like fail in my life is my business. Like I can always fall back on my business. And I think that's one thing that kind of intimidates people, especially if, they're not doing the same thing as me or they don't really understand what I'm doing or how I've gotten to this point in my life. So it does pull some like for me, I'm like, dang, like I don't even be telling people like, okay, how much I have going on or all my real estate stuff or my goal. Cause sometimes it really does intimidate guys. It intimidates girls. It's like, I don't know. Like it's definitely something where, when I do find that person, they will have to be like on that same type time because I'm always going to be pushing and hustling and grinding. So it's like never going to stop. Like I'm never going to dim my light for whoever I'm with. So it does impact like relationships and stuff. Like it definitely does. I will.
Froggy, come on, guys.
I don't know. She don't want no scrubs. No scrubs.
I don't want no scrubs.
Y'all just got an Apple Watch. It's so cute.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I don't respect money.
Check the wrist out. Check the
wrist out. For the people that's listening to the podcast, she flexed the Apple Watch and a Rollie at the same time.
Right? At the same time.
Let's get to it.
That was good.
Ooh, that must
I ain't gonna that VSOP. That last one I got to me. But listen, okay, so honestly, like you said, relationships are gonna hinder, like, when you focus on your business, on knowing that you have your business to fall back on. So like, what do you put first? Like, because at times I feel like, people will say you need to put your relationship first, like, and then make that a priority and then put the business second, or like putting love first. Like, how do you look at it?
I feel like unintentionally, I do end up putting love first. Cause like I don't know, I be doing so much. Like I be loving really, really hard. but my business will still be success. Like it'll just still be successful because I'm still, planting the seeds in my business and stuff. But I do prioritize like my relationships. I think it's just the fact that what I'm doing, that is like more so intimidating and stuff like that. Like
Can you
people just,
elaborate on that? Can you elaborate on that, please?
yeah, like real
Like
estate.
when you say what you're doing, like what you mean?
Like, okay, so, and I've been told this. So like me being a realtor at such a young age, right?
Okay.
That's something that most people don't do. I started
Right.
educating the community. I was rapping for a little bit, got on 93.9. Like I was doing things for myself with like
Oh yeah,
before
look, y'all. She got bars.
Yeah,
doing
hey,
it.
nah, G
Bars.
shit.
I'm about to say
G
she got
shit.
bars.
Hey,
I'm
I was
dead.
hoping she was gonna bring that
Yeah, I'm
into it.
about to
You
I'm
say
feel
she
me?
was trying to
dead.
keep it on
I'm
the hush, but she got
dead.
bars for real.
No. But yeah, no, like that. And in my 9 to 5, I'm just doing things for myself. And I think that intimidates people that aren't doing as much. That's like what I mean by what I'm doing in my life. And yeah, but to answer your question, I do prioritize like relationships and stuff
So
like
let me ask you this then. To a woman who's very, independent or
that.
whatnot,
Hmm.
what is a scrub to you?
Yeah,
Tell
what's
me
the
your
scrub?
definition of a scrub. I want you to air everybody out.
A scrub. See, that's like I don't know. I guess like always looking at me to pay for stuff. Like I don't mind paying for stuff like, sometimes, birthdays or whatever. I'm not the type like, oh my God, every time we go out, you gotta blow a bag with me. I'm not very high maintenance. Like I'm not like that.
Humble.
However, if we out with friends and da da da, or we out together and you looking at me every single time to pick up the check, all right. Now I'm like, am
Mhm.
I like
Yeah.
am I the like I don't know. So
Yeah.
you just got to be able to handle your own and handle me sometimes. Like I'm not even asking all the time. It's just like that's the main thing for me. And then like I don't really care about living situations because it's just like we're still young. Like you can't be judging people if they still would live
Right.
with their parents and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm very realistic. It's just like if you're not contributing, I need you to know what you can bring to the table. That's it. If you yourself don't even know what you can bring to the table in a relationship, maybe you should not be in a relationship and focus on yourself. So that's that. Like
So
have something to bring to the table.
let me ask you this though, right? Because I saw this shit on the ground and I was
Uh-huh.
very, very surprised by the responses that was just thrown out there.
Okay.
You and your dude, you and on the date. You with your friend too, right? Is he seen as like a scrub nigga if he don't pay for your friend? Or he gotta pay for everybody?
I wouldn't see him as a scrub. Like if he didn't want
Um,
to pay for my friend, then it's like,
and like I didn't like, let's say like the nigga didn't invite him. If the nigga didn't invite the girl,
oh
but
yeah, if he didn't even invite, like, come on, if it was like, okay, maybe it was his section or something, like he was the one
yeah,
that
that's a difference.
made the
Yeah.
whole thing. And honestly, I see older men, they'll do that, like for their wives, friends, whatever. But if that's literally your boyfriend and you just bringing like 2 or 3 friends around and you expect him to pay for everybody, that's unfair. Like that's just I don't know. Like I just don't think that's a thing for gender roles. Like just because he's a dude, he's supposed to pay for these random like girls he barely even knows. Like I don't think that that's the thing. But
And it's
Motherfuckers.
more so like if I'm your nigga, like why do your friends not have money to pay for
that's
this?
what I'm saying. Like,
I'm gonna
what?
be blunt for it. I'm gonna be so blunt. If I'm your nigga and they want me to pay for them tonight, they better be with us. Fuck all that shit. They better come back with us.
They
Fuck
gonna
all
come
the
back with you?
bullshit. Cause that's not my girl. But I just
Oh,
wanted to ask because you brought that up and I was just in my head. I'm like, oh, I need to ask that because
that's
yeah.
funny. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm very like chill. I don't be expect. It's just like bring something to the table. Like that's it.
So how you ain't like the I would say the Instagram shit gets your head, right? So like let's say hey, you go to Hampton, you
Mhm.
see a lot. Let's be real. HBCUs, we know Hampton got some very beautiful women.
Very
Mhm.
beautiful woman.
Very beautiful woman. And just like you said, you want to be different. You see everybody on the ground. Like what made you stay away from the ground trying to be like, you know what I'm saying, popping on the ground, all that shit, but
Mhm.
you really wanted to get to that check and really run it
Yeah.
up.
I mean, I would just say like that's just how I am. Like literally before I got to Hampton, I knew myself. I knew what I wanted out of that experience. And like having those different conversations with 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds. I've seen some people on the gram with 200 followers, but in real life, they got money. They're wealthy. They don't even care about social media. So it's like,
Right.
yeah, I leveraged social media to make money while I was in college for real estate and for my resume business. Like I did all of that, but I never was like, let me keep up with the Joneses and go broke, or like because if I never and that's another thing. I didn't hate on people that had it and they spent on clothes or whatever they wanted to spend on. I just knew, I'm like, all right, let me chill out. Like I can't keep up with that, so let me just go another route and make money first, and then as I go on, like I'll spend here, spend there. But it was just my mindset. Like literally, I just went in. I knew myself going into my HBCU, so I didn't find myself there.
How did you know yourself? I mean, well, like, what steps did you take to know yourself at such a young age? Because, like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of us could say, I didn't really start learning myself prior to like 23, for real, 24,
Mm-hmm.
but like to know yourself at 16, 17 years old, like that's big.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Shout out to my older sister. My sister, she literally taught me like everything I know, like how I act, my mindset, who I keep around me. It's all because of like my older sisters and being around them. Because when I was like 12, 13, they was like 17, 18. So they was just teaching me like different things. And, being around my mom, like while she's working and stuff like that, I just saw different things. And I'm just like, okay, growing up, I know I didn't have like the best stuff. Like I wasn't like
Mhm.
I wasn't popping, but I knew I had just enough. So I'm like, if I can have just enough and make money, like I just put two and two together. I was like, bro, I don't have to keep up with everything. And that's like how I really knew myself, because my sisters and my mom and like everything I went through, I was like, okay, this is preparing me to just sacrifice, stay down, and then save up, because even now, like graduated from Hampton, had my own apartment and everything, and then going back home, that was a big thing in itself, because I could have went and got an apartment, but I'm like being patient so that I can get a house, like,
That's smart.
so it's like, it's
Yeah,
just
real
little
shit.
things that you gotta like suck in your pride for, but it's just like, I'm not in a, like, everything's such a rush with Instagram. Like, you have to do this at 22, you have to do this at 23. Like, how about no? How about you figure it out, be strategic? Like you talking about duplex and stuff, like, be strategic, plan it out. Because when you're 25, you're gonna make the same amount of money if you were 23. Like, I don't know. You just gotta, I just was always observant of
No,
my sisters and stuff. But yeah,
that's a great point. Before we get on to the next question, hey, Rogie, let's get
Bro,
to
you
it.
like,
I just
yeah,
look, I already got
you
it in
just
my
gave us
head.
look, you just
Look,
gave us that shit, man.
hey, listen. I had to. I almost hit the Rogie the last. She dropping gems, y'all. Let's get
Yeah,
to it.
wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a refill. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, get your refill.
Nah, no, but I ain't even gonna hold you. The Instagram stuff, I that fucked me up when I first got out of college. I ain't even
Yeah,
gonna sit here
it
Bro,
lie to
will.
that shit fucked me up now. Like,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's just like, I'll go on it. And it, like, the thing that she highlighted on, which is the biggest thing why it doesn't affect me as much as it used to, is because I learned myself. I know who I am. So like I could see things and I can observe things on Instagram and it not affect me personally. The shit I
Yeah.
be saying is just like, damn. Like, um, one thing I, like, it's just it kind of made us desensitized to a lot of shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of things that we see that's normal now that, in my opinion, shouldn't be normal. Like,
Hmm.
it shouldn't be things that we should just like disregard
Like what?
because like we seen. Oh, so like I seen Iman Shumpert say the other day, like,
Listen, G shit. When
yeah,
you
I'm about to
said the
say,
word
I
desensitized,
knew
I smiled because I'm like, he must have saw Iman Shumpert shit. He must have saw Iman Shumpert shit. I knew it, but go ahead. I ain't
honestly
going.
though, like, for example, like women in bikinis has become desensitized. Like, I
Hmm.
personally give no fucks. Like, I
No
don't care.
lingerie.
Like,
Hmm.
lingerie, it's not appealing as much anymore. It's
Oh
no,
yeah, because you see it. I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
you gonna look. It don't matter. It's
and then
gonna
I
be.
tweeted, I
everywhere
put
you
down my
go, it's
ground. Somebody said I hate women. I'm like, I don't hate. I love fucking women. It's just real life. If I see you with fucking a lingerie fucking top, and then you got some feli bottoms and shit, like, come on, bro. Like, you
what
think
am I
I'm a
supposed
real?
to do with that?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now you fucked it up. Because when my little jank put on the lingerie, try to show me some shit. Oh, I'm thinking about it. The felines I just saw earlier today. I
Don't
don't
do
even want.
that.
God.
Don't
It's
do her
like
like that. Don't do.
and it's not, it's just more so like the element of like intimacy. Like it ain't no. I don't feel like you being like for girls to put lingerie on for me now is like, I mean, why? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. It's
y'all
not.
petty. No, y'all.
It's not. I ain't gonna say why. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate, and I ain't gonna say it don't turn me off, but it don't do the same effect. Like back in the day, I was a little young.
We had to work for news. I used to realize send like
work for the Slim. Work for the fucking news. Slim, put it. Listen, I sent my best paragraphs back in the day for the news. You feel me? But now that motherfucker everywhere. I don't even got to look no more.
They are.
So how you now as a woman though, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this day of age, how do you kind of not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you steer yourself out, right? Because you got the OnlyFans, you got all this shit, all these people making money, and you going the right route. I mean, I'm not saying right route. I'm sorry. Excuse my French. You going the route in which you're not exposing your body or not exposing or whatnot. How do you feel like? What made you not fall into it, but what made you not go that route?
My little sisters.
Humble.
I don't want them doing it. And that because I know they see me and they like, she doing a damn thing. They look up to me. I looked up like the same way I looked up to my older sisters. I know how my younger sisters look up to me. So I was like, that's, and that's just like a part of it. But the main thing is my reputation. Like when I was younger in high school, like I had to get myself together. Like I was always angry. Like I had anger problems. I just wasn't a pleasant person. Right. So I turned my shit around. Like I turned my shit around. Some stuff happened in my family. I turned my stuff around. Then I was like, I started building my reputation up, like real estate baddie. And I'm like, okay, now people starting to know me for one thing. I'm like, I want to keep it that way. Like, I want to keep my reputation the way it is because you only get one. So like I do some, and I can be myself now. Like I'm going to post a bikini picture. I'm going to post like things that I want, but that's not going to be my brand. Like that's not going to be why people come to my page. Like, so that's why I set the expectation on my page. Like you'll get my lifestyle, but you'll also get real estate. Like I'm a holistic poster. Like I don't make it all one thing, but I just, the main two is my reputation that I've built for 7 years, and my family. Like I wouldn't want them seeing me do nothing crazy for real.
Stacks, let me ask you that, sir. Right now,
what's up, man?
The same question I just asked her, but I'm gonna just ask you in a dude standpoint.
Okay.
Now, from the guy standpoint, right? So, right now, basically, right? If your girl was to basically, like, let's say you just on a store, on COVID, Tory Lanez was doing a little, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what he called that shit.
The little Tory shit. I know, we know.
Yeah, shaking that shit. You seen your girl shaking her ass on there? You just going to live, and that's you you say. Matter of fact, you don't even go. You just see your girl join Tory Lanez live. What are you thinking?
I mean, I don't really think too much about I don't feed into the grind for real. So you can go on a live, you can go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is my thing, right? Like she said, you could post the bikini. You could post the bikini. If my girl has a nice body, shit, show that shit off. I like it. You know what I mean? I like it for a reason. But can I see some swag? Can I see your fit?
Hold on, that's not what he asked, Kelvin. That is not.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Hey, look, you called him. You called him. That ain't what I asked.
Oh, what he asked me there?
So I asked you how you feel if your girl was on that shit. I ain't asking about a girl. I'm talking about your girl.
My girl.
Like if you had a girl and she was on that Tory Lanez shit, how you feeling about that?
I mean, she wouldn't be my girl would never do that.
Humble.
So you wouldn't feel good about it. Okay.
That's I mean, because she would never do it, so I wouldn't even have anything to
straight up.
I feel it.
No,
but I was gonna ask you, so how do you think why do you really think that is though? Because I mean, in a way, to be honest, I blame us. I blame us for why women do that shit. To be completely honest, because niggas eat that shit up. Now it's guys like us, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we don't like bikini pictures. We just saying we ain't just trying, it's just not as impressive as it was. There's some niggas who still real live be geeking. And it's well, damn, if why are they gonna think it's something wrong with the shit if 80% of the men is like real live, like throwing money at them just for
I was about to say, and most people don't care. Like the people that do that stuff and get really good money do not care. The main thing is attention. Like if I post, let's say I post a picture, it's like a bikini picture or whatever, I'm gonna get like 1,000 views on my story. But if I'm like just posting about, let's say real estate one day, it might be like 800 or 700. Like it's gonna be lower. But like some people get addicted to that. They're like, oh, like every time I post something with less clothes on, like I'm gonna. That's a thing. Like attention seeking and like people just don't care. Like they don't care.
Real shit though. I can't care. Obviously.
I ain't gonna lie to you though, G shit. The answer to my own question though, just to say that, Kelvin, that answer was the perfect answer. Cause I literally as I said it, I'm like, listen, I don't care what you say, who you are. Like my girl ain't that stupid. Like you should know me. Don't be that stupid. Nah, but let me ask you this though, right? So another thing I had to ask. So we talk about Hampton and we talk about HBCUs. You know, the HBCUs, as you can see, produce greatness, right?
Yes, nothing but greatness.
And you say how that kind of stirred you to get into the real estate because you wanted to make your name, right? What would you suggest that other person trying to make their name? It might not be real estate, however, they still trying to find out how I can be different. You know, what other advice could you give them?
For sure. Yeah. Like if you're, let's say you're at an HBCU, I would just say like, for example, like my freshman year, I was just in random organizations. Like I was in like entrepreneurship club and like just different things that I thought might interest me because I didn't know exactly what I was interested in, but I saw, you know, people that were older, like seniors or juniors, and they had their stuff together. They were doing different things. And then you could kind of find out by like seeing other people's interests. You can put that together and kind of like make it your own, see what you're good at, and then keep it pushing. Like because even sometimes you're good at stuff, you might not like it, but you can make money off of it. Like you can monetize off of it. So in college, I would definitely say take that opportunity to do stuff you may not like, but if you're good at it, use it to your advantage. Like that resume editing stuff, I edited over like 100 resumes at Hampton. I ain't like it, but I made so much money doing that. So that's my advice. That's my advice.
Okay, my question is, what would you advise for someone trying to find themselves? You know, even in like, you know, their mid-20s right now in our age, you know?
I would say like really honestly what helps me, because even when I'm not centered, like when I'm uncentered, I have to kind of like find my way back to my confident, you know, like motivational self, is honestly like praying to be guided in the right direction. Like I do different devotionals, like different plans early in the morning before I start my day, just to kind of like guide myself in the right direction. Because if you just have no complete guidance, you know, like that really helps me. And even if you're not, let's say you're not like religious or spiritual, you could do like affirmations and stuff like that. Like it really does help. But yeah, I mean, I would just say finding yourself is definitely a hard task. But if you just continue to try to learn yourself, see what you like, see what stuff you succeed at in your life, you have to be your own advocate. Because if no one like boosts you up, you have to be the one that boosts yourself up. Like, I know I'm good at that. I know I could bring this to the table, or let me step back and let me learn from this person that has more experience than me. Like, know yourself enough to fall back or push yourself forward or be aggressive in some certain situations. Like, that's what helps me in everything that I do, because I'll step back when I need to or be a team player. Like that's really that.
No, that's great. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, like honestly, like I think what you're doing is great as far as like doing the real estate, also while making your music. You on 93.9, she on the radio, y'all, real live on the radio.
Hey, G shit. Listen, a lot of niggas ain't on the radio.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's
no, that was a crazy day, y'all. That was a
radio.
crazy day. Like I was in Hampton. I was visiting my best friend and I was sending my stuff. I just used to send it to like Breakfast Club. I would send it to 93.9, whatever, just on Instagram. And they were like, wait, can you come to the station tomorrow at 7 a.m.? I was like, of course, I'll come to the station tomorrow at 7 a.m. Like, and I drove all the way from Hampton, like literally right then and there. And I just went straight to the radio station right in the morning. That was crazy. Like, it was really, it's crazy how quick stuff goes.
Nah, that's a black. That's how you say you stay ready, because motherfucker, like you never know when that opportunity.
Yeah, like I wanted to see my best friend, but I was like, all right, girl, like this is a once in a lifetime. Like I'm not about to miss this.
Hold on, Rogie and A Stacks. You gotta start that segment up, man. Don't forget. We got away from our segment, man. We got away from our segment, but we getting right back to it, man.
I gotta pull myself up, man.
You gotta pull yourself up.
Let me go get some more.
Oh, damn, she about to go get her more. Look at your camera.
All right, I'm right here.
Let's get to it. Bow. There we go.
All right. So, Laura, we got this little thing we call "What Would You Do?"
Okay.
And it's like rapid. All right, I'm gonna ask you like 3 quick questions. I just need quick answers. Okay.
How? Oh my God. Okay.
All right. First question. What would you do if your best friend was wearing the same prom dress as you?
Oh, I'd be like, okay, that's cute. Like, we'd be cute. We could take some funny pictures. I don't care.
You better. Yeah, that's so. You're the first guy I've ever heard say that.
I don't care. Me and my best friend will kill that because we got different body types too. Like, I don't care. Next question. I'm ready.
All right.
Let me ask this, right?
Go ahead, D.
What would you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You and a nigga, y'all go out to eat. And the bill, y'all go to a nice ass restaurant. Y'all go out, vacay, bill $500. And a nigga look at his wallet. Shit, I ain't got it. What you gonna do and what you doing after that dinner?
Dang, so how we on vacation and he don't got it?
The nigga spent it all on vacation.
He spent it all. He lied.
He spent it all to get there. He think about it.
Like, I don't got it either. Yeah, I don't got it either. So we're just gonna be looking at each other looking stupid because I don't know. I don't know. That would really blow me. Like, I'll be blown. And then the rest of the trip, I'd be blown.
You said the rest
that's just me.
I'm not G shit respect because I ain't gonna
like,
hold
okay,
you.
if we was really in, like, I ain't want to embarrass us, okay, I'm faking. I would pay it. But then I'm just like, I would be blown. Like, I wouldn't want to be there anymore. I'm like, boy.
I ain't gonna lie. If it's 500, I ain't gonna hold you. My girl don't give me no pussy that night. I'm fine with it. I deserve that shit. I done jumped out there. I jumped in the water knowing I can't swim. I deserve it. I
but you can't even split it though. Like, damn.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's the game. But I ain't gonna hold you, right?
No.
How you feel about people flexing for the? Yo, listen.
Sorry for the interruptions.
Sorry for the interruptions. You know, Zoom be having their own little issues, but however, right? Listen, we want to thank y'all for tuning in for this episode.
Yes.
You dig? Definitely want to tune in for this episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. And
Lauren came, broke the gems, stepped on.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Listen, we had the real estate baddie
Yes, we had the real estate baddie live, y'all. All right, Lauren, freestyle real quick. You on the spot?
No.
You on the spot. And now listen, hold on.
No freestyle, like no.
PSA too. All right.
Subscribe, like, all that good shit.
Subscribe and like for sure.
And follow me at Real Estate Baddie.
Listen, you already know her stuff was already gonna be shown in this video, but listen, just for my dog, we gonna show it again right here. It's gonna be. Listen, Real Estate Baddie. Look, it's D
Stacks.
We out of here. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm just as real as it gets. I got a bad bitch from LA. I'm magic with the assist. And lately I've been going through shit. I gotta get my mama crib because I'm